G'day and welcome back to the channel. We are on team 3 of 7. So we've got a Mega Mawile, a Greninja, Garchomp, Mimikyu, Rotom Wash, and Metagross. So we've played with the Metagross before. Mimikyu and Garchomp, we've played variants. I've never played with Mega Mawile, Greninja, and this Rotom is slightly different from previous Rotoms. Plus, we are 1 day away from the rank reset. So our first opponent for the day is Blair. Good luck and have fun. So they're running Corviknight, Azumarill, Venusaur, Garchomp, Charizard, and the Zoroark, Hisuian. So, given what they have, I am very inclined to lead Garchomp here, but, we even get Firefang if they decide to bring Corviknight, so that could actually work in our favour. The Greninja in this build is actually Torrent, not Protein, so we don't change forms here, but I don't know if we need another out to, say, Venusaur. I don't think that provides us enough coverage. Yeah, I think we're going to have to Mega Metagross just for the absolute coverage that the Metagross build brings with Thunder Punch, Psychic Fangs is pretty good. Then, yeah, I'm just mindful. I think, I don't know. I think Volt Switch is going to give us the most usage. So, yeah, I don't think we don't have all of the answers to their questions, but we might have enough. We will see. GG. Okay, so they're leading Charizard, which puts us at a huge advantage because we're leading Garchomp. And Garchomp threatens their Charizard pretty big. We can try Stone Edge. I don't expect them to hang around though, but it is turn 1. So, not sure what they were going to do, and they are going to get out of here. And they're just going to set... interesting. Zoroark has no illusion when brought in like that. So, or it's the last member. I don't know how that works, but do we need to pivot for the Zoroark? I think we might. I mean, we could risk another Stone Edge. Yeah, it's 80%. We miss. Of course we miss. Bit of Malice comes out. It shouldn't KO us, but it will reduce our attack. So we've had our 1 in 5. Let's not make that mistake again, or that risk again. But it could very well happen. And it does. That is now very bad for us. And we need to get out of there. Okay, so they get a bit of Malice, which means we're not going to be able to Metagross. So we just have to Rotom. That is the reason why Stone Edge is bad. 80% is good, but we just missed twice in a row. It is not great odds. And now we basically have to be faster. Oh no, we live and we get our Citrus Berries, so... I think we Volt Switch should be enough to cover, and it might do well if they pivot. But they pivoted Garchomp, which is bad. Volt Switch doesn't work. Okay, so it's Garchomp, Charizard. So we can give them the Citrus Berry, which doesn't work, or I guess we just steal their item. But they're not going to Earthquake, obviously. So they could Dragon, so maybe we just Pain Split them. I'm assuming they're going to go first. Maybe Outrage or Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw, we live this, and the Pain Split should pay dividends. We can get half damage done. That's alright. And we're back up pretty full now, so I want to see if Trick works. We've consumed our Citrus Berry. Can we just straight up steal their item? Unless it's Mega Item. So they go to Charizard here. And we can't trick their Mega Stone. Unlucky. But they're likely going to Solar Beam us. So on the assumption that they're going to Solar Beam our Rotom, let's get out of there. Yeah, thinking we need our Metagross less and less. So I'm happy to throw Metagross out at this stage. Assuming they're going to Solar Beam. And they do. So this shouldn't do much damage at all. Oh, 50 exactly. But now they have the ability to do some big damage. And we're pretty slow. So our only hope is Garchomp here, which is unfortunate, but let's not expecting to live a Weather Ball, Flamethrower, maybe they Heat Wave us, maybe it misses. But we're not in a good position, unfortunately. But we somehow outspeed them. Thunder Punch takes the KO. That is a very slow Charizard. That is most unfortunate for them, as now we should be able to clean sweep. Although Garchomp's probably going to Earthquake here, but that's okay. Our Garchomp should be able to Choice Scarf, Outrage the two remaining Pokemon they have. Oh, it's Zoroark. He was hiding. Not a drama. We've got this pretty much wrapped up. We just need to send out our Choice Scarf Garchomp and click the Outrage button. Yeah. We've already discerned that we're both faster. Or have we discerned that we're faster than their Garchomp? Maybe not, actually. But we are faster than their Zoroark, so it will go down. The question is, we're adamant, not jolly. So if their Garchomp is indeed Choice Scarfed, we may be losing this. Yet another scenario where Jolly Choice Scarf is always the better choice. And we're already locked into Outrage, so let's see if we outspeed them or they outspeed us. All good. Turns out we outspeeded them. I mean, yeah, we take a bit of damage, but we've still got Rotom in the back. So, there you go. GG. Blair. Yeah, I don't know if Mega Mawile would have been better then, but we obviously definitely needed the Garchomp Stone Edge, even though it missed about 300 times. On to the next one. So yeah, there's a few changes in the team. I am confused by the Greninja's spread. I mean, if you're going to run Focus Sash, I don't know why you're not all invested into Special Attack, but for some reason, it's all hit points. So again, none of these teams have come with a manual, so we're just doing the best we can with what we have. And we have our next opponent. It's a Mousehold, a Gyarados, Mimikyu, Tinkerton, Chestnut, and Basculegion. So, what do we do here? I actually think Mega Mawile might be good here. The question is it a good lead? I think Rotom's a good lead here. We've got some options, and then we'll lead into Mega Mawile, and then I think we also take Mimikyu for priority reasons. So there we go. We've had Mode 1. This is Mode 2. And they decide to lead with Mousehold, who absolutely almost destroyed me in the online competition. I burnt Mousehold. Apparently that does not stop Population Bomb from doing big damage. So we're just going to Volt Switch. They could be Population Bombing us. This might actually be a good time to get Mimikyu in over Mawile. Yeah. Just on the guess. Okay, so they Encore us. That's not bad. It means we'll just go into play rough. They might hang around thinking we'll Swords Dance. So, but even 90% moves miss. Okay, they're going to tidy up, get some boosts. And they cannot hit us with Population Bomb though, so they might do a Baton Pass. Let's see. There's the Baton Pass. They weren't phased about us play roughing, so we'll see what they Baton Pass to. It is Gyarados. Okay, so we do a little less damage now from the Intimidate. So we're only doing 30%. It'll Mega Revolve, and Mold Breaker won't really do what we need it to do. So I am just going to Curse. We are Ghost type, so we lose a percentage of our hit points, but we put a Curse on the opposing Pokemon, which will slowly take away their life. If we live, we live, and Curse goes off. So now we don't really need to do much, and the Gyarados will go down if it stays out. So it kind of forces them to pivot. It's some cool animation, and it will lose 1/4 of its life. So I'm assuming they've likely got Basculegion in the back. That's my assumption based on what they have. They're hanging around. Earthbreak, that does cut through our Levitate. Yeah, Gyarados Earthquake here could be devastating. But it will continue to be cursed. The question is, do we survive? Okay, so it is at normal now, because it was at +1 from the Baton Pass tidy up. I'm going to say, I don't think our Sucker Punch is going to KO here. We're going to have to gamble on surviving a neutral Earthquake non-stab from Gyarados. I think it will do some damage, but I don't think it will KO us. No. So Swords Dance is good here. Curse should finish the Gyarados off, and we should be able to Sucker Punch into Oblivion, whatever comes out. Gyarados goes down. Unfortunately, we lost Rotom, but we've set ourselves up. So what have we seen? We've seen Tidy Up and Encore. Actually, quite bad, because they can force us into more Swords Dance. Or they can force us into more Sucker Punch. Nice. So, yeah. Sucker Punch is our way out of this, so good to get that locked in. Because if they try and attack us, we are forced to respond. So let's see what they decide to do. They could use this opportunity to do like 6 tidy ups and then a Baton Pass. And they will. Fair to them deciding to do that. Because we are stuck. We've only got 6. So, depends. It will fail, because they are going to Oh, they're just going to straight up Baton Pass. They're not even going to hang around. As I said, I'm expecting Basculegion now. Oh, it's Chestnut. Oh, okay. And we are still encored for another turn. So yeah, I don't think a +2 Sucker Punch will KO the Chestnut from here. Oh, not even close. And then, yeah, they'll do whatever they need to do to KO us. Alright, there you go. Yeah. We needed a better strategy against Gyarados, I think. Even if we'd kept the Rotom, Rotom wasn't doing anything to Chestnut. No way. And yeah, maybe Mimikyu was better against the Chestnut then, but yeah, just didn't have what we needed, unfortunately. But that's alright, we will keep battling. I'm not sure the two Megas are synergistic. They are both weak to ground, and there is a lot of ground in this format. But we have our next opponent. They've got Hydreigon, Metagross, Primarina, Archeludon, Vileplume, and Blaziken. What do we lead? Do they have Sun? What's Vileplume doing? Stun Sporin? That's not good. That's horrible. They could Archeludon lead. Yeah, I think in most scenarios, Metagross is actually a pretty decent lead here. We've got some good options. Then we might need Levitate and Volt Switch. The question is, do we lead that? And then pivot into what we need to. So if we lead Rotom, we've got the Volt Switch option. We've got Metagross there. And then I think Mimikyu. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I don't know. Greninja, maybe against the Blaziken would have been good. But I think we've got enough. They are on a 3-win streak and title of Super Rookie, which makes me think they are not Super Rookie. So they go for the Vileplume lead. So they could go straight for Giga Drain damage. I think we just, to avoid getting wrecked, do we go straight into Metagross? I haven't versed too many Vileplumes. I think we're at a disadvantage then. So it is best just to pivot out. They go for Leech Seed. Okay. So it might have been good to Volt Switch then, actually, but we'll take it. Have to do a bit of scouting. I think Psychic Fangs, it's only not good against... Look at Ice Punch. Let's Psychic Fangs. They could pivot into Hydreigon here, which would be bad, and they do. Okay, so we need to get ahead of what they're doing. Because could have iced then. Alright, so we've got... Yeah, not going to work. We get a bit of Leech Seed damage. So are they going to predict our move either back to Rotom or into Mimikyu? I don't think Rotom's bringing much to the table, so I'm more willing to sack Rotom, scout the... if it's Choice Scarfed, because they're Dark Pulse here, which is neutral damage against the Mimikyu, but it would immediately break the disguise. So that's not going to KO us, and let's see if it is still faster than us. Oh, they're out of here. Back to Vileplume to Leech Seed us again. But we will Pain Split. Take some of their damage and heal back to full. Reveal that they are leftovers. Let's steal their leftovers. Oh, we are faster than them. That's nice. And we just take their leftovers. Thanks. No more leftovers for you, and now we have Rotom leftovers. Does that counteract Leech Seed? I think it does. Doesn't counteract the healing though. But we are faster. Let's Volt Switch. I'm not sure what their plan is, but we're going to try and get ahead of them this time. Ooh, this should heal big, because we're pretty physical. There you go, back to full. So we're obviously not going to do that again, so let's do this instead. Oh yeah, that's sufficient, but there's just strength surplus again. Oh, they Leech Seed us. Okay, so we did 52. I think this will heal a bit more than 52, but we'll see. So we're going to hope for a big roll, I think. Oh, they could hang about. They hang about. Got them. That'll be the extra damage we needed, because we get same type attack bonus. So, there you go. Covered that. They could have pivoted. They didn't. Back to Hydreigon for them. So, they could likely Dark Pulse us. And I think that is perfectly fine for our Rotom to eat another one of those. We'll get some leftovers, and we should be able to Pain Split them. So, they're happy to do the same thing they did last time. We don't have a Citrus Berry, but we do have leftovers. And our Rotom is 138. Probably not a good benchmark. Okay, so they'll Dark Pulse us again. That gives us the ability to switch into Mimikyu. And we can set Trick Room. Or just play Rough 'em. I think Trick Room, because they'll just break. If they break Disguise. I think we Trick Room, because I think that is going to be Choice Scarfed. But I don't know. Oh, they're just going to hang about though. So Play Roughed should connect. We get the crit on the Disguise, so that is super nice. Yes. Alright. Hydreigon down. 2v1. What is it? It was Hydreigon and Vileplume. Who else do you bring? Blaziken? Blaziken. Okay. So we should have Trick Roomed, but we didn't. That is okay. We'll try and get it off now, but I'm expecting them to just Flare Blitz into both of our Pokemon for the KO. So we did need to think one Pokemon ahead. Oh, but they protect. Ooh, this is where the one variant of Mimikyu with Trick Room is super good. Because now Mega Blaziken will keep getting slower and slower and slower. So I think Play Rough does more damage here if we connect. And we do. So that'll 60% is big. So Metagross should be able to clean up from here, because Flare Blitz, they'll take some recoil. And Blaziken will be at +2 speed. Look at that. They thought they had this wrapped up. And then a Trick Room destroyed them. So, what do we got? Yeah, we just Psychic Fangs. That's accuracy 100%. And we get Stab. GG. Wow. There you go. Cool Mimikyu tech has saved us against the Blaziken. We've had problems with Blaziken in previous teams, so good to know that a good old Trick Room is how you solve that issue. But it's some hidden tech because, yeah, usually it's Sword Stance Mimikyu, so it was fair for them to protect, although, again, I don't think they really needed to, unless they were thinking we were jolly, but we were not. And we have our next opponent. Glimmora, Scizor, Mimikyu, Archeludon, Goldengo, Gyarados. We are in for one hell of a showdown. What do they lead? I think whatever they lead, we Rotom. And then we have to Rotom into Garchomp. And then we need something that beats Gyarados. But I don't know what that is, because Mimikyu is not the answer. Greninja is not the answer. And I guess Mega Mawile is the only answer we have. Because Metagross is not that great. Oh, it's not terrible though. Alright, I am going to Mega Metagross here. We will need to live an Earthquake from the Gyarados, but we can fire back with a Thunder Punch. It gives us access to Earthquake against... the Goldengo is not a great lineup though. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And we just have to be careful with the Scizor. Our only fire is Garchomp Fire Fang. So that tech's in there. We'll have to see if that is sufficient. Okay, so the lead Glimmora, which is alright. Not overly threatening to our Rotom. And we can Hydro Pump. So we can trick for the Focus Sash, but let's just get some pump in damage. Oh, they Energy Ball. We live. So we get our berry. We're not going to be able to survive another one of those. They have revealed that they're faster. Luckily, Hydro Pump connects and does reveal they are focused sashed. So the question is, do they Energy Ball us again? Why would you Energy Ball us again? Don't know. We're going to have to not risk our Rotom. Change into Metagross, which gives them the opportunity to set up the Stealth Rock. That's okay. Now, the question is, what do we do about... I think we Thunder Punch. They might think we Earthquake. So they might go into Gyarados here. But they're happy to just hang about and keep doing what it is that they are doing. Probably some Toxic Spikes and some Toxic Debris. And we have just revealed that we have Thunder Punch. So they might be a little bit scared to bring Gyarados out now, but we'll see. We still have the Rotom in the back. But let's see what they decide to bring. Yeah, so maybe they did bring Gyarados. So something we have to be mindful of. There's the Scizor, and we have an answer for Scizor. And it is not Metagross. So they're probably Swords Dancing here, or bugging us. I mean, we get some Stealth Rock. We are now poisoned. Is it a bug attack? Oh, it's Mega Scizor. Okay. They might be Swords Dancing here. In which case, that is super good for us. Because I know we're going to have to pivot. But they knock off our Choice Scarf. Ooh, we are no longer fast, but we are still kind of fast, but I don't know if we're going to be fast enough. That's the problem. That's the risk we run right now, because we're also adamant, so we're not super fast. And Firefang is our only out. They have anticipated that, and Arcaliodon is in. I did 17%. That's not bad. But yeah, Garchomp's going down. We need Garchomp to live. I have a plan. It's not a very good plan, but it is indeed a plan. Let's see if it's a sufficient plan. Because, yeah, this Arcaliodon is going to be Flash Cannon offensive, is my expectation, because they've got the Glamora. It's a Swords Dancing Arcaliodon. Not something I saw coming. So, we should be faster than it. So, Pain Split should give us a bit of health back, and it does. Share some pain. Okay, so that is Citrus Berry, so tricking would have been nice, but they're going to run with Dragon Tail. So let's see if Metagross or Garchomp comes out. It's Metagross. So I don't think it's anything wrong with Earthquaking right now, because we either Earthquake the Arcaliodon or we Earthquake the other guy, Scizor. But they're likely going to Dragon Tail us again. Oh, they're Earthquake. We live. Maybe I wonder if knocking off our Choice Scarf is going to work to our advantage. Because they can KO us here. That's fine. Oh. But they don't. They Dragon Tail us. Metagross probably goes down. Rotom's out. Rotom might be able to clean up from here. Maybe not though. Well, it's special defense. We might be able to get 13% out. And then it's just a question of whether Garchomp can outspeed Scizor. So we get the Volt Switch. It is enough. Okay. So Arcaliodon will go down. Scizor's forced to come out. We have to somehow survive entry. Because nothing else is going to survive entry right now. And we have to outspeed. Okay, we survive entry. Ooh, we take some poison damage. That's no good. But this is it. It comes down to, can Garchomp be faster than Scizor? Although Scizor can just Bullet Punch, so it doesn't really matter. Bugger. So yeah, we needed to survive a lot then, and no one else would be able to survive entry, so GG. The Glamora setting up the Stealth Rock. I didn't anticipate the Arcaliodon then follows with a Swords Dance Dragon Tail. That is some new tech for sure. But yeah, this team doesn't have any entry hazard shenanigan stuff. It's just get in, do damage, get out. And we have our next opponent, Ruby. They like grass. They've got Venusaur, Meowscarada, Starmie, Bellybot. So I think in all scenarios, we lead Garchomp. Garchomp covers the bottom 3. And then I think we actually Greninja here, because Greninja Focus Sash is good. Then I don't think Mega Mawile comes out here. Or does it? Or maybe it does. it's just not going to be great against the Corviknight. Oh, man. I really want to bring Greninja here. Actually, no, I don't. Maybe I don't. But Rotom's going to get potentially annihilated here. Alright, I'm going to go Mega Mawile. I think that's the plan. There's a chance they bring Mega Starmie. There's also a chance they bring Mega Venusaur. Yeah, I don't know if Mega Metagross had what it needs in this. So, lead with Masquerada. So we're expecting Flower Trick. Could be Choice Scarfed. Flower Trick would be bad. So we cover by switching to Garchomp, because it's unlikely that they would have triple axled our Rotom. But they're out of here as well, and they were faster. So Meowscarada's out, Venusaur's in, and we're doing the same thing. But if it's a Mega Venusaur, we're not in a great position, because it'll take half damage from fire, which is non-stab. But I don't think it can overly fire back. So I think we hang about and just outrage. I don't think they had a fairy. I should have checked. But if you bring in Meowscarada and Venusaur, who else you bringing? So Meowscarada's back. So the outrage was the correct choice. I mean, we could have Fire Fanged. Meowscarada goes down. So we've caught them out then, because I think if they'd stayed in, yeah, Venusaur would have taken a bit of damage. But we're locked into another round of outrage here. So I'd expect them to Mega Evolve, and yeah, we already revealed outrage, so that was their opportunity to capitalize if they could, but they couldn't. So let's see how much. And then yeah, Fire Fang against Thick Fat is half damage, which is neutral damage. So unfortunately, when you get the two outrages, I expect us to survive here, but the Giga Drain has brought them back to 65%. So that's going to make switching to Rotom difficult if they're going to keep Giga Draining. So let's pivot to Mawile. Unfortunately, the Intimidate does nothing. But they went for another Giga Drain, which does less damage to Mawile. Which means they heal a little bit less. But now they've probably got Earth Power. So I think we're just going to have to Mega Evolve and Sucker Punch, because I think Earth Power might do some big damage here. So they're hanging about. I just need to get Venusaur down a bit more so that our Garchomp can come in and do a bit more damage. So yeah, that's brought them back down to 48%, and then they Earth Power, which doesn't KO us. So we could have definitely Swords Danced then and done another, but it's alright. They might Earth Power again. No. They have decided to Sleep Powder. Or Synthesis. Okay, so we've seen Giga Drain, Earth Power, Synthesis. So now they Earth Power us again. Maybe. So we Rotom. They Giga Drained us. They called our switch. I don't know. But they're back to full, which is not great for us. Because they're obviously... Oh, we're faster. That's unexpected. So yeah, Pain Split does some big damage there. I was not expecting Rotom to be faster than Venusaur there, but it was. So we're out ahead now with 11% from the pain split, so don't see why we wouldn't do that again. Good old pain split. I was not expecting to get good results from it, but it's doing alright. Unfortunately, was that a crit? Or did we finally run out of juice? No, I think we finally ran out. But yeah, well, Venusaur's putting up a bit of a fight. What do we do here? So I'm not expecting them to bring Blaziken, so I don't know what the other one is. But an Outrage here should do a little over half. And I don't think they can get a little over half back unless they synthesize. And they do. Synthesis. That will give them 50% back. And then our Outrage again, we need it to crit. Come on, crit. Not a crit. But a synthesis again. Wow, this Venusaur is tough to take down. So they know we're outraging again. Because we didn't get confused. So that was the visual indicator. We are slowly wearing them down. But they synthesis again. I think we're just going to have to gamble. Alright, we get through the 1 in 3 hit ourselves. If they don't synthesis here, we have an opportunity to KO them, but it is a 1 in 3 that we don't connect here. And all because they Giga Drained instead of synthesis. On the assumption that I guess we were going to pivot. But they've got an opportunity to pivot themselves, but we hit ourselves, so that cost us the game. Unfortunately, RNG has defeated us. We had an opportunity to take the Venusaur down, and Garchomp decided to hit itself instead. Mega Mawile wasn't going to be able to keep up then. I mean, they might have been running at a synthesis, but they had everything they needed to KO the Garchomp, I think. And yeah, if only if it wasn't for Thick Fat, we would have had Fire Fang actually been useful then. But it was not. But we got time for a couple more. So we'll see how the team averages out over the course of a few games. We have our next opponent here, which is Aegislash, Meowscarada, Toxapex, Lucario, Garchomp, and Greninja. And I'm assuming it's got to be Mega Lucario, which is peculiar, but not wholesomely unexpected. Earthquake is going to be proper good here. We might just need an answer for the Meowscarada. Maybe? Or do we Mimikyu? Ice Beam could be good, but not really. Dark Pulse is... I'm just going to get Mimikyu for the Shadow Sneak, I think. I don't know if we have enough for this battle, but... expecting them to lead Toxapex here. They are on a 2-win streak. There's the Toxapex. So leading Garchomp here is good. If they hang about... Yeah, they've got nothing to cover Earthquake, so... they're just in for some big damage. That's pretty big damage. They Iron Defense, which is absolutely useless. Because they'll take half as much damage next turn, which is about... oh, but they could... okay, so they'll take 40% next time. But they'll Baneful Bunker here. Earthquake doesn't proc the bunker. They'll get another 6% back. But we KO them next turn if they hang about. So we have applied immediate pressure. Because yeah, that's it's not going to be enough. And whatever they pivot into is going to get earthquaked. But they're going to pivot. What do they pivot to? They pivot to Lucario. Oh man, that is no good. Out. Just gets absolutely destroyed on entry. Yeah, and that's probably why you don't lead Poison into Steel. And that's going to be it for them. They did not counter for Garchomp Earthquake. GG. Alright. That was a quick one. For sure. On to the next one. And we have, oh sweet, we got Metagross, we got Empoleon, we've got Meowscarada, Dragapult, Hippowdon, and Charizard. So actually I think in this scenario it makes sense to lead with Greninja. Then we lead Garchomp, because Garchomp is what we've got against our their Charizard, and then we Mega Mawile. Mega Mawile should be able to take on what it is left if it's Mega Metagross. But if it's Charizard, then Metagross just gets eaten alive. So I think we're pretty good. I don't know, Rotom lead? Nah. If you're going to Rotom lead, you would definitely Greninja lead here. Because we get all of the ice and the water. It's so good. And we get Dark Pulse. The only thing is the Empoleon. But we just have to get a manage. I wonder if Empoleon's good synergy with Charizard. Because you kind of want to Earthquake Empoleon. And Charizard covers that. And then you want to Rock Charizard. And Empoleon kind of covers that. But we're having a long, hard think about what to bring. Let's see what they decide to lead with. I'm expecting Hippowdon, maybe Meowscarada. Meowscarada it is. So that's okay, they'll Flower Trick us. We will Ice Beam them. And then we'll have priority with our Water Shuriken, which is all that Water Shuriken is good for. But the U-turn breaks our... Oh, it doesn't break our Sash. But again, having 32 invested in hit point didn't do anything there. So Meowscarada's out. Charizard might come in. Ooh, it's Hippowdon. Because the sand damage will pick up the KO here. Very nice. Yeah, again, Protein, we would have done 150% more damage then. And it healed anyway, so... Yeah, well played to them. They read our Focus Sash like a book. Then, what do we have to follow up with? Not a lot. Not a lot. They've already used the Citrus Berry. So, I guess we suss out if it's Yawn, but isn't it like a 99% chance it has Yawn? Don't know. But we're not in a great position, unfortunately. The Greninja into Hippowdon was a solid swap. And then Greninja's just having hit points is absolutely useless. And not having Protein. So there's the Yawn. So they could definitely go for a Protect here. But on the off chance that they don't, we're going to have to try and do some damage. Oh, it was not enough. We were 1% off, but they Earthquake, and it doesn't KO us, so they just slack off. Oh, that is devastating. Because we're going to have to take 2 turns to pivot now. So yeah, I'm expecting them to slack off. No, they Earthquake. What are they doing? Alright, we're we Sucker Punch? I guess they were trying to catch us on the switch in. But now we have a 3 and 5 of waking up, and then a 1 and 9 of missing. But they went on the offensive. Okay. Not something I was expecting. I was obviously after your Yawn usually protect. Storm's out. Meowscarada's still on 100%. I think they've absolutely destroyed us here. I could lock in Fire Fang, but that's not ideal. I could lock in Earthquake, but that's not ideal either. I think we are bung out of luck. On a probably a bad Mawile roll. Although we could have just pivoted on the Yawn. But then Garchomp would have probably struggled. And they're Choice Scarfed. So again, does Choice Scarf Jolly win here? Like if we're Garchomp Jolly. No, I think Meowscarada. I think our Garchomp Jolly only outspeeds if it's Adamant Meowscarada. And again, I don't know why you would run Choice Scarf and Adamant, but it seems to be the way. But yeah, we just got absolutely outplayed. Fair call. And yeah, our Greninja is no good. So it'll be the 100% thing I change after this next battle. Because I just don't know why you would put Focus Sash 32 hit points. Blows my mind. But everyone's doing different strats. But check out this team. We got Blaziken, Goodra, Arcanine, Hisuian. We've got Hippowdon, Blastoise, and Sceptile. All Greninja eats them all for breakfast. So we will... Actually, we'll probably lead Rotom, just in case they Blastoise. Then we'll Greninja. Then what do we do? I think we've got a Mega Metagross. But they're going to Blaziken. And our answer to Blaziken was Trick Room. I'm going to Mega Mawile. Not feeling it. I'm not willing to gamble that Blaziken's going to come out and we're going to be stuck with Mega Metagross. Who's unfortunately not going to do too much. So, Hippowdon lead. That is okay. It is why we have Rotom. So let's Hydro Pump and miss, because that's what Hydro Pump does. And they're likely Yawn or Stealth Rock. Gold, shiny Hippowdon. Ooh, they're out of here. Into Goodra. Okay. And Hydro Pump misses, because why would it land? Okay. Do we give him our Citrus Berry? Nah, let's just get out of here. Steel Dragon. Probably go into Mega Mawile here. Yeah, that's not doing big damage at all. 9%. But Goodra's known for big special defense. You wait if they add Assault Vest into the game. That is super annoying. Okay, Dragon Tail. So they were going to set up Stealth Rock. This is their version of the Hippowdon Stealth Rock Goodra Dragon Tail, which obviously doesn't work against Mega Mawile. So we have paid dividends by bringing Mega Mawile. They cannot Dragon Tail us. So let's use the opportunity to Swords Dance. Oh, it has Flamethrower. Look out. And it's faster. Alright, this Goodra's got a bit of speed on it. Look out. So yeah, they Flamethrower us again with a Dragon Tail. Oh. We're going to have to Sucker Punch, otherwise we go down to another Flamethrower. So let's see what this does. That will be all we'll need from you, Mawile. So, can't Surf or Dark Pulse. I wouldn't want to give it a Citrus Berry. And then we have to Ice Beam. Yeah, we'll lose our Focus Sash, which is super annoying. But I don't think we've brought enough for Goodra. Oh no, we can Dark Pulse. That's 80. Well, that's 90. And we get a chance to freeze. But we lose Stab. So, we'll get Flinch. Let's try for Flinch. They're hanging about? Yeah, okay. So, we'll get our Dark Pulse out. Do we flinch? No flinch. Just Draco Meteor. This might take us down to Sash? No. Cool. So Draco Meteor Dragon Tail and Sandstorm has subsided. So we can fire off another one of these. It's not going to KO, but Goodra's out of here. Back to Hippowdon. Okay, Sandstorm's back up. But we can threaten Surf now, for sure. So that did 31. So this should do 62. Not enough though, but should still be big damage. And then we're just kind of hoping Rotom cleans up. I don't think this is looking good, people. Yeah, again, Greninja's just 30%. Modest isn't sufficient to do damage. We could have done an extra 32% of damage then, maybe even more. Oh, was that a crit? That was a crit. No. How did we only do 30% on a Dark Pulse, but like all of the rest on a Surf? But Goodra's back out. So we go back to Dark Pulsing and fishing for a flinch. Oh, come on, flinch, flinch, flinch. No. Greninja is down. Dragon Tail crit. There you go. So, yeah. Volt Switch isn't going to do it. We're going to have to gamble on a Hydro Pump. What do you do? It just misses. Like, it's 90%. You have a 1 in 9 of missing, and we have missed multiple times. But we get our Citrus Berry. Okay, we might be able to swindle something here. Let's see what we've got, because Goodra's down a lot. Goodra's only down twice. Okay. Let's nick their leftovers. They're hanging about, so we'll take the leftovers, thank you. And they just may connect again. Like, we've Hydro Pumped so many times and missed. And then the crit means they don't even need the neg 2. They RNG'd us into the dust. So, there you go. Can't beat that. But otherwise, yeah, I think the Greninja is the biggest letdown of the team, and we will 100% give it a change and give it a whirl. Otherwise, we will wrap our run up there. I hope you're enjoying. If you are, feel free to like and subscribe for more content like this. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care and enjoy. See ya.